a time where we actually win games. The off season, we're winners in the off season. We're recruiting champions. We're transfer portal champions. We're paper champions. So the fun part of when we win at Miami has finally started. Because on the football field, we didn't do much of that. So, the fun part of what we got going on is here, and the debates and going back and forth with Tallahassee and Florida Gator fans and things of that nature on social media. It is finally upon us. The dreaded off season.
Yeah, well, I will tell you that when I brought up the Pitt game last week and you told me we got no chance, it's not happening, we're not going to a bowl game, I thought, well, that's a bit much. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit, I know you always tell the truth and always lay it out there the way you see it. I knew that there was no angle to it. It was just that's the way you saw it. But I saw it more as, yeah, I think Pitt's going to win the game, but I think Miami's got a good shot. It's only like a 6-point spread. They're at home. They're playing for a bowl game. Got an odds maker guy that comes on our channel on a regular basis. He laid out some elaborate numbers about when teams are at 5 and 6 and they have to win to make a bowl game, how good their winning percentage is when they've got that incentive. And I thought, I don't think they're going to win, but Pitt's not that good. And my goodness, it's 28-0 at half, and it's
yeah, man. This year didn't go well, and there's going to be years like that. Hopefully, no more moving forward. But unfortunately, when you study this game, you watch this game, you study how this sport, specifically college football, is. There's times where extremely talented teams, quote unquote talented teams, first year coaches, third year coaches, sixth year coaches, they have a really bad season. And just unfortunately, the University of Miami football program has tied together a bunch of those. It's again, to think that we were going to make a bowl, in my opinion, was just a level of faith that I had not seen in this team in weeks. Most of our games were completely unwatchable, completely embarrassing, just complete blowouts. Didn't look like we could move the ball at all on offense, and no one knew what they were doing on offense. Defensively, completely blown over the top, and great and horrible communication skills. It was just really, really tough to watch, tough to evaluate. And you get to this week, and news comes out from Manny Navarro, who's very plugged in, South Florida, works for the Miami Herald, I believe, comes out and says that according to his sources, there were plenty of Miami Hurricanes players that barely wanted to practice and were hoping that they lost this game so that they wouldn't have to go through the 16 practices of a bowl game in and of itself. So you got guys like that in your locker room, that guys, and even if it's 5 guys, and we talked about this before, Mark, those amount of people can spread that mentality through the rest, and it spreads like wildfire. And it's extremely unfortunate. And I could tell by what we're about to get into with the mass exodus of Miami Hurricanes players that something was not clicking. Whether it be the players, whether it be the coaches, whether it be the attitude, whether it be the culture, whether it be we wanted the turnover chain to stay. Whatever mentality it was, it could not click, and it did not click to the tone of 5 and 7, with 6 of your games being complete blowouts and unwatchable past the middle of the third quarter.